Hey y'all, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you taking time out of y'all's busy schedule. Stop in and see what it is I'm up to. It is just after 5:30 in the evening, Sunday, the 11th of December, 2022. It is currently 62 degrees Fahrenheit in Jacksonville, Florida, 86% humidity. We're expecting rain, 17 degrees Celsius. So I am off to the son's house. It's Sunday night. Head over there for dinner and to watch Yellowstone. So I don't generally watch television, whatever. Uh, I don't even have a television set in the house. I watch YouTube for the most part. So then I get over to one of the kids' houses and they're watching something and I get hooked on it. The last time that happened, it was The Mandalorian, I think. And that was at the youngest daughter's house. And we don't always have dinner there at the same night. So I ended up actually getting what was Disney Channel, I think, and hooking up the TV. I had a TV at that point. It just wasn't hooked up. Now I don't even have one. Whoops. So anyway, yeah. Go over there and watch Yellowstone and head home later this evening, but it is what it is, right? I was watching a video last night of a young lady that I watch out doing her van camping and whatnot. She was talking about these mini griddles. She actually made up a hamburger on the mini griddle that looked, oh my God, tasty. And they look very interesting. They look very small. You know, it's like one hamburger barely fits on the little griddle. So earlier she made a couple of small quesadillas, and I'm thinking I'd have to cook like 4 of those to make a real meal. Oh, excuse me. But get away from those solid brake lights. I don't know if that does any good or not, but anyway, I mean, I was looking at them and they're not bad, $10 or $12. You know, and they're tiny, so they don't take up much space. I don't really see me using them very often. I use my waffle maker griddle because I can swap the pans around to either waffle or griddle, or I have a panini press type thing, and I use those two as a grill more often than not when I'm cooking. It's one of the main ways that I actually cook. So anyway, and it would probably be nice if the type of camping that I enjoy is at a campground or someplace that has electric. A lot of people have these big battery packs, you know, Blue Eddy and the main one slips my mind, but It's basically just a battery pack that's got a built-in inverter, so you can do either 12 volt or 110. But those things are expensive, and they take up a lot of space. And I don't feel a need for one. So other than, like I said, if I'm camping someplace that has, we're right back to the tail lights. If I'm camping somewhere that's got hookups, 110 electric, then that'd be cool. It'd be a different way to, different means of cooking, but I don't have a problem carrying my various fuels. Butane, isobutane, propane, alcohol. I usually have all of those on board. Right now, I'm pretty sure I have everything. I have all those in the cook kit in the back seat of this. Well, in the backpack of this rig. So some people are intimidated by carrying the fuel. They're afraid it's going to leak and then blow up or what have you. So I don't share that fear. But it is what it is. So anyway, last night I was going to do up a hamburger after watching that cheeseburger that she did, and I got out there and got thinking and started everything up. I'd taken one of the small chubs of hamburger and I cut it up into, I think, six portions. So kind of like a mini hamburger. And I froze it up that way, figuring I could take out as many as I want, and mix them together and make either a burger or, something. So that's what I had done. I'd taken two of them out. And as I went to mix them up, I was like, you know what? The heck with it. I'm just going to do taco meat. I bought that taco seasoning at Dollar Tree the other day. And as I was actually walking out with the stuff to cook up dinner, that struck my eye, and that's when I changed my mind from hamburger to taco meat. Actually, just taco seasoned loose meat on a bun. So anyway, that's what I went with, and oh my God, was that stuff salty. I didn't realize it. I'm used to using some of the packaged seasonings, and they're saltier than what I used to make on my own. So I really need to go back to making up my own taco seasoning, or just having all the ingredients on hand to make it up as I go. But yeah, oh my gosh, that was salty. It was almost too salty for me to eat, and I don't think I used all that much of the seasoning. So yeah, I think I'll be giving that away. But the other thing popping into mind, it always seems like on these Sunday trips heading out to dinner, I end up talking about nothing but food. But there was a thing popped up on Facebook, and they did little early potatoes and chunks of beef. I forget what steak they used, but just basically bite-sized pieces of beef in a type of au jus gravy, or a very thin gravy. And I looked at that and I thought, that would be really good I could do the cheater potatoes or the baby potatoes like that, and then cheat on the meat with using pre-made meatballs the same size. So either like the ones you get at Dollar Tree or the big bag of frozen meatballs you get. Pop some of those in with the potatoes as they're cooking in the au jus with some onions and blah 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 blah. So that's a possibility. I don't know if that's one of those that, like, I could do in the Road Pro, my little 12-volt oven. I could do them, right in the crock pot. Or there's so many different ways to do it, but I've had a couple of comments about doing a weekly cooking show, and there for a while I was trying to do at least one a week, but right now with my kitchen all messed up, still messed up, it's just I can't get it organized. I don't have the space for everything that I've got. That's my main problem. I should downsize, minimize, or whatever, but that gets to be difficult to do. Anyway, people have asked several times that I do do my cooking more regularly, and I'd like to. Trust me, I really would. A lot of times it comes down to how many times can I video me making a cheeseburger, or a variation of a cheeseburger, or some variation of a grilled cheese sandwich. I've got one of those in mind too that I want to do. I was talking to a young lady the other day, and we were talking about making cheesesteaks or grilled cheese sandwiches. And I was thinking about doing one with a ground meat center, kind of like Sloppy Joe, or like I did the taco thing last night, and put that between two grilled cheese sandwiches. That'd be different, right? It might make it an interesting video. And then I did I called it garage gas station cooking, or gas station dinner, or something like that. Only because my brother had said something about that, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. He had made this, he's a trained chef. Went to culinary school in New York and the whole 9 yards. He's worked in casinos as a chef, and he knows his stuff. Now he's back to doing equipment operator, but because all the casinos down in Atlantic City basically closed. Anyway, he made up a really decadent macaroni and cheese. The whole 9 yards, where you make up the mother sauce and make up the cheese sauces. You put them all together and you bake it in the oven and blah 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 blah. And I was like, yeah, I kind of made that up the other night. I took the instant macaroni and cheese, added a little bit of cream cheese, added a little bit of pepper jack, and a little bit of cheddar, and a little bit of nacho, and mixed that all together. That's when he called me a gas station chef. So I take that as a compliment, actually. And that's kind of what I threw together the other night. It's one of those meals that it's quick and easy. It's filling. I didn't create it. I just adapted it to fit. Instead of making up my rice, I just use instant rice. The packaged, one serving, blah, 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 blah. So, I mean, between that one package of rice and one can of chili, that was almost 2 meals. I couldn't eat the whole thing. I kept the leftovers, and the next day made it up again for lunch. So it wasn't as filling the second time because there was only a little over a third left, but still two basic meals that held me over until I actually wanted to make something to eat. So maybe I could start doing more of that. Got a few ideas for that. A couple of ramen ideas, and the cheese, and or there's a cheesy rice. The young lady I was watching the other night last night, I guess, with that little mini griddle. She made up those tiny quesadillas, and that looked good. I've been thinking about something like that anyway, only using my one of my gas grills and cast iron, because the cast iron Wednesday thing is this month is doing either tacos or Christmas dinners. Talk about a different, a wide range. But I've had it in my head to do kind of a quesadilla taco thing, something or other. And I've got the small tacos in order to do it, or small tortilla shells that'll fit in my, I guess it's a 6-inch skillet. So, and I guess that'd be considered gas station food depending on what I use, right? I mean, I could totally do, like, break up ramen. I cook up the ramen and mix in either chicken or tuna, or I've got pulled pork too. Mix that all together and throw it in a burrito shell or tortilla shell. Make kind of a burrito. Do the rice and chicken and a little bit, maybe some beans or something. Throw that in there. So I don't know. Should I do a gas station cooking type thing with the caveat that I am not actually buying this stuff at the gas station, because you can buy anything at the gas station. Anything that you can buy at the gas station, you can buy elsewhere, just cheaper. But if you're in a pinch, you buy it at the gas station. You cook it up in the parking lot. So cooking it up in the parking lot is the easy part, for the most part. And I like going out to parks and stuff like that, out by the river and cooking, but most of the parks close at dusk. So, it's dusk now. It's after 6 o'clock, or going on 6 o'clock. And it's still early for me to do dinner. I don't like doing dinner until 10 or something. Of course, I don't get out of bed until around 2. Sometimes a little after 2. Sometimes a lot after 2. But, so anyway, the parks and everything are closed. I can do parking lots, although it feels a little strange sometimes out in the parking lot. But I've never been bothered doing it. I've never had the police come and bother me. So, anyway, just ideas that toss around in my head. Those type things, they're constantly bouncing around up there. Yeah. One problem I have, as of my own making, is sleeping the hours that I do, and then when I want to do something artsy or whatever, and it requires power tools of some sort, then it's usually later in the evening, and sometimes like early in the morning. Not times you want to be pulling out your power tools. So, oh well. Reconsider, reconfigure, get it done. Just about the last turn, people. So, I appreciate y'all coming along for the ride, listening to me babble and carry on. Let me know what you think. Give me a thumbs down or a thumbs up. Leave me a comment wherever it is y'all leave comments on your internet access device of choice. If you'd like to share me around your social media, that'd be fandoculous. If you want to check me out on Facebook, no. If your loved ones are nearby, give them a kiss and a hug. If they're not, give them a call. Hit them up on Facebook. Let them know you think about them. Let them know you love them. We ain't promised tomorrow, people. We ain't promised our next breath. So I see y'all again. I hope you have a fandoculous day. Slunchy, y'all. Bye-bye.